playing center field, number 3, Jacob Young. Also entering the game at first base, number 87, Andres Chaparro. Moving from center field to right field, number 3, Dylan Cruz. And moving from right field to left field, number 29, James Wood. And at the plate and leading off for the Giants, the designated hitter, number 16, Rafael Devers.
That looks like a strike. Yeah.
Oh! Well,
Whoa. All right.
fucking get on base.
Giants fans. Oh, yeah. Hey, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Watching the last inning of the Giants game. We were up 3-1. The last pitcher, yeah, they scored 3 runs in the 9th inning. Washington Nationals. So the Giants have one more chance to get back in the game. Or they're not going to be too happy with that last pitcher. I believe his name was Wynn. So yeah, we're chilling. A bunch of Giants fans. One guy was cracking me up, pounding on that glass, telling him you should go back to college. You're fired. All kinds of crazy stuff. So I love hanging out here, and yeah. All right, good. Base walked him. So we got a man on first. The bottom of the 9th.
Number 1, Luis Arraez.
I can't show you the game, but there's only one guy out in the cove. Look at all these birds. There's so much life. Pretty much hung out in the city today. Didn't hit Haight Street. You know. I was there yesterday. Did a little bit of work. Took some photographs. I think I got one. So that's what I want to do. I want to get a raft, hang out in the cove. I brought my baseball glove from up north. So yeah, I got a Ken Griffey Jr. baseball glove. I can't show you the game because but I remember a couple of these guys. I came here like a couple months ago and watched the game. So yeah, I'm a California man, so we're gonna jump on this Giants baseball team. Hey, little ABZ, how's it going? So once the game is over, I'll show you where I go and chill. So did pretty good today. Yesterday I bummed 1 cigarette. Today I bummed about 4 or 5. So I had a couple issues with a couple security guards. You know me. Oh, I don't know if he hit the catcher. I missed that. But it's really cool because they have a screen outside the stadium. We can all watch the game. I was here not last night, the night before. The Killers played, and I got to watch the Killers. This screen wasn't on, but the one was on the side, so I could hear them and watch the screen. So yeah, it was really good, a free concert. And the Killers, I got to give them props. They were fucking awesome. Really good band. Yeah, stadium, played this stadium. So they are a stadium band.
The shortstop, number 2, Willie Adames.
So yeah, these Giant fans are crazy, but that's part of the game. Oh, strike! Come on. Nope. It's 1-1. So I bought this Stephen Curry t-shirt. I could have got a Giant sweater, but I went with Stephen Curry because he's so popular, and just because his name was on the shirt. But I'm gonna have to get me. I have a Giants, a couple t-shirts, Grateful Dead, Steal Your Faces. But I'm gonna have to get it like a Giants, like a sweet Giants, you know, jersey, sweatshirt, something. Oh, yes. 2-2. So if he walks this guy, that's going to be good. That's what we need. So it's 2-2. No. So he's going to second. No.
Coming to the plate, the right fielder, number 2.
What is it, 1 out or 2?
John
2 outs. Okay. 2 outs. We got a man on third.
Home run, game over.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Hold your breath.
Yeah, so that's a strike.
Like straight down the middle. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Right? Yeah, they're going to get that pitcher hell. Got a left-handed batter, which is good. Yes! 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 Yeah! All right! Yes. So we got a person, he got a base hit. The other player ran to third. Beautiful. That's what we need, left-handed. Yeah.
Somebody's watching me. Is my anxiety.
Well, we got music. We're going to get copyrighted on this one. So 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Washington is up by 1. The score is 4-3. Yeah, I'm not really on vacation. I'm down here looking for work. Yeah, once I get my unemployment check, yeah, I'll be on, you know. I'm still trying to hustle. I couldn't find any work today. I called the office. I went to a job site this morning. I got to clean up. You know, when you go to work, you got to be clean. Oh, strike. You got to be on time, and you got to be respectful. So I am a little funky. I haven't showered in over a week. So I got to make some money. Yeah. I think I have $2. I'm gonna go to this liquor store, see if I can get a beer for $2.
You're going back to Sacramento. Oh.
So these guys can tell I'm streaming. So, oh, that's a ball. So 2 strikes. So we're gonna need a home run or at least a base hit. I got to eat a good dinner. I made it at 12 for lunch. I had 3. I went back for thirds, not seconds. Thirds. Oh, the final. We were up 2, and then the last pitcher let him score 3 runs.
Yeah, 3 runs in the night.
Yeah, 3 runs in the night. Yeah, so just handed it over to him. Okay. Yeah, it was a really good game because they got a couple runs in the 8th. Okay, I'm looking for my phone, which I've been taking off my bike.
Here are tonight's
I might
final
have
totals.
lost
The
it.
Washington Nationals scored 4
I have
runs
it.
off of 8 hits, had 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. The San Francisco Giants scored 3 runs off of 13 hits, had 0 errors, and 12 runners left on base. The winning
Oh, I've
pitcher, the
lost the
Nationals,
thing for my-
Clayton Beeter, who goes to 2-1. The losing pitcher, the Giants, Keaton Wynn,
I
who
keep
falls
losing
to
stuff.
2-2.
I'm not even
And it's the
drunk or
Nationals'
fucking
Jeff
stoned.
Harlan with his 5th save of the
And I
season.
can't hold on
The
to
total score
shit.
of tonight's game, 2 hours and 31
Living out of
minutes.
this
Tomorrow's
fucking
game against
purse.
the Nationals, that first pitch at
Oh, fucking
6:45. Good evening from Oracle Park.
So I'm looking for the thing to hold my phone, and I don't have it. Okay. Well, lost my phone. Oh, I have it right here. So my saddle's slipping. I'm not drunk. I haven't drank in 2 days. I smoked a joint earlier, but still, that's no fucking excuse. Fucking lost my keys earlier, went to the bathroom, went right back. Thank God they had a guy working the bathroom, you know, and he had my keys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to lock my bike, wouldn't be able to eat or anything. So thank God, it's been pretty cool. I got woken up, I slept for an hour in some nice park. Some security threw me out. So you know me, I get a little hot and bothered. And then went to go eat. The guy would not let me use the bathroom. Let a couple guys use the bathroom ahead of me. Because, you know, the one guy's all like kind of crippled and shit. And then when I wanted to use the bathroom, he's like, hey, kick, not in a nice way. He could go, hey, we're closing and, you know, you got to go. This motherfucker was rude as fuck. So it took me 40 minutes to find a bathroom. Yeah. Went to 2, and you know me, my body is a little fucked up. So if I had an accident, I would never work again. I'd probably just hang myself. Because I wouldn't be able to clean up. So a little bit of kindness goes a long way. So I'm going to talk to whoever runs that fucking church. Because it turned me satanic in a heartbeat. I mean, if that's, you know, you can help people or you can fuck them. Are these guys going to be playing the next couple days? Right here? Okay. All right. You guys have a good night. All right. Hey, have a good night. Have a good night, guys. All right. I got my helmet on because I'm just tired of carrying it in my backpack. You know, but if I do get a job here, they'll probably provide me a helmet. But on my work it says I need to bring my own helmet, my own gloves, and work boots. So I'm gonna get me another purse and just walk around like, or I'm gonna wear my hat and dress like the village people, or some stupid shit. Can I bum a cigarette off you guys?
I think we just bummed the last one.
No, really?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. Hey, you guys are great. Thank you. Yeah, right on. So I am tobacco bumming. So I could not believe how long this line was for this concert the other night. The line went all the way from where I was, all the way down the thing, way over here. Yeah. Last time I met some cool Giant fans, those guys are always out there. So now I believe this is the ferry to Larkspur, so that's pretty cool. Could all catch a train back home, or you know, if they live in Sonoma County. So right here, see those TV screens up there? See the TV screen? That's how I got to see the Killers, and I got to listen to them play. I could hear them, I could watch them. If I did not get to see them on that screen, I wouldn't know how good they were. Because, you know, but you see them live, and they fucking rock. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, yeah, wait.
I appreciate it.
I'll get one. Oh, I got two, but I gotta go.
yeah?
I got so far to go.
No worries, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. I tried.
Man,
Fucking cool.
oh, shoot. Darn it. That's okay. There's always more, all right?
They suck, man.
That was heartbreaking.
They suck.
And then these fans outside. I was watching outside.
Yeah.
The one guy's making it. They sure fire attack. Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible, man. Sucks. Wow.
So I got a cigarette, met these cool people. You know, I don't want to go, but I love hanging out here, meeting Giants fans. You know, good people. Sports are good. You know, I think it's a good release. I brought my baseball glove from Humboldt. So yeah, me and Stuart are going to be throwing baseballs. I got a good cigarette. My brain is too big, so I got to carry this in my purse, and it's a pain in my ass. But look, all the Giants fans are leaving now. So I hang out right here.
That got me right.
These guys doing the taxi. See that guy riding right there? That's a bike taxi. I gotta clean up. I gotta get some more clothes. I'm gonna milk my unemployment for a minute, but I'm thinking about applying for that job. With all this AI and stuff, you think you'd get your unemployment check in a week. You gotta wait 4 weeks. Yeah.
Dad is here, dude.
And my dumbass qualifies for the maximum. Yeah, believe it or not. So once I get it, I'm gonna be okay. I have one joint, you know. I'm gonna go down to see if I see Trey fishing. On that side, he's right. The water is like this, choppy. You come on this side, it's a lot calmer. It's just the way the layout of the bay is. Last time I was here, 2-3 months ago, I met all these Giants fans hanging out. And the one guy's all like, I want to talk to my homeless friend, right? I was wrecked. But his friend, I said, oh, I live here. You can stay on my couch. I said, I can't. I have a day's work tomorrow. I have to go back. And it would have been better. So 2 nights ago, got to see the Killers right here. Fuck, they were a good band. Because, you know, living in Vegas, on Fremont Street, they play the Killers music a lot, you know. And so, after seeing them, total respect for that band. Yeah, they're fucking awesome. My bike is working well. It makes a little noise. The back brake is starting to, you know, but it's fine. It's half-life. I'm just anal, so I want new brakes. My cassette is skipping a little bit because going up these hills. So I'm going to replace that. So you got to maintain your bike. So when you eat shit, it's your fault. It's not the bike's fault. It's a very important bike rule. Bike life rule. Maintain your bike. If you eat shit, you got no one to blame. If it's your bike's fault, yeah, no blame. Yeah, really good. Oh, I thought they had the game. They were up 3-1. Right? 9th inning. The Washington got 3 home runs. 4-3. A little exciting because there were 2 men on base, but so at this stadium, I guess I officially saw 3 bands. I saw the Rolling Stones, Metallica, opened up for them. And then I saw the Dead and Company. Just one night here, yeah. So it feels like home. I love the Bay. It's so pretty. People are a lot nicer than LA. So I need to lose that LA attitude and I need to behave. You know, and people have money here, they have their shit together. I'm gonna get my shit together, believe me. Yeah, it would, but I want to milk my unemployment for a minute. I want to travel, I want to go up north. I'm scared to go home because I want to rebuild the Palisades. Yeah, I do. Permits are flowing, the work's starting to move in. You know, the past year or 2, it's hard. They got to move 3 feet of the fucking soil. I'm too old to be, doing that shit. And it's not like they're going to let me drive a Caterpillar. But, you know, just got to keep your head up. There's so much life here. If they have any bands in Golden Gate Park, you know, I haven't found the San Francisco Weekly, but we're going to find out what's going on. We missed the Union Festival on Sunday, but we went to the Italian. So I hang out right here after the game. There's like a million seagulls out. I got to get me a Giants jersey. I have a couple T-shirts with the Steal Your Pick in Santa Rosa. So. Just gonna get some money. I'll be able to get some vitamins, mushrooms, something. I'm gonna head back to Santa Rosa. My mushroom connect finally has some medicine, so we're gonna get on it. Yes, MD. So, you know, we're here. You know, everyone's all excited, everyone's having a good time. You know, you win some, you lose some. It's just, it looked like we had this game. People could be, you know, don't want to be on film. I get it. And I don't want to be disrespectful and, you know, I'm a celebrity or something. Okay. How's it going?
We're about to move these.
Okay, sure. All right, we're gonna waddle. We're just gonna ride around a little bit. Hey, bro. He's asking you to move your stuff because they're gonna move these or something, and you know you want to hold on to your stuff. All right, you have a good night, guys. You know, people have a different way of doing their job. I've done security too, so. And when you leave the stadium, it's best to go this way because you go down third and it's like, you know, you're herding cattle. Oh, you want that pass? Can I have it? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Give it to you. And go right in. So it's better to take the back way. 3rd Street, it is packed. So I learned how to go down 70. And he used to play like minor leagues or something. He might be old, but yeah, we're gonna throw some balls around. He's got an old, killer, badass baseball glove. Like it's probably 40 years old or something. That keeps me happy. So learning the times of, you know, when they feed. In San Francisco, that is the one good thing. They feed you here. You know, Santa Rosa, I get 1 meal. And, you know, it might rain a little bit tonight, so just got to find a safe place. You know, I don't sleep enough, so in the daytime I'll come right here in this little park and get some Z's. Where the bow and arrow is, that is all doggy park, so I don't want to lay in dog shit. So this one, I'm pretty sure it's safe enough. And I'm a light sleeper when I'm sleeping on my junk. And this looks like a really good place, Frankie's. I looked at the menu. The burgers, a double burger is $14 right here. Yeah, so you can't beat that. So it was a good thing I had some work, got some money, was able to fix my tire. Some guy got super drunk, babysat him, made sure he ate and got home. And you know, that's just how it works. So now I need some babysitting. But yeah, San Francisco, they have it going on. Now we're headed back towards the Oakland Bay Bridge, Fisherman's Wharf. Sean and everybody, I think they party at Pier 38 before they go to the game. My memory's a little shot, but I didn't pay attention, but I'm pretty sure they go eat there and then they go see the game. And then after the game, they might hang out and party a little bit. But I didn't see a whole lot of people in that marina tonight. Which is cool. You could, you know, float around in your raft and watch the game on the screen. So yeah, San Francisco is a lot different than LA. I've always said, you know, San Francisco is pretty like the female, LA's ugly like the male. So I gotta lose that LA attitude. Become more like these people here, right here in San Francisco. Because, you know, everybody just wants to have a good time. You know, if you don't have it together like me, well, then you need to get it together. It's just the way it is. They have a really neat light show that's, yeah, like if you get on that side and watch it, it is really, yeah, it is really neat. Uh-huh. Okay, this is where I found out where bathroom is. It's a good thing back in the day I went all up and inside these things. Kind of got a little clued in. So we're going to do it again. We're going to go in here, use the bathroom. It's not this one. Because they have public bathrooms and they're self-cleaning, but sometimes, you know, they're out of order. So we're just going to use the porta potty, the honey bucket. All right, just give me a minute, guys. I gotta lock my blanket up real quick. Alright, thank goodness we know where the bathroom is. And the other ones, if they were working, they would have a line and you'd have to wait for 20 minutes. Okay. So the locals, they probably know where they can park and stuff. Alright, we're just gonna hit this wharf. I have one joint. We're gonna smoke it. Tomorrow I'm gonna hook up with Sean. So, you know, it's always good to be around friends, and you know, Sean will look out for me. He's my homie. You know what I mean? And me and Sean have argued before, you know, like, but we love each other. That's what friends are all about. You gotta stick it through, thick and thin. So yeah, I love Sean. It's my road dog. And we've had some really good fucking times together too. Like, And that's what you want in life. Sometimes it just can't be, you know, all roses. So here's another bathroom. This one's not working. The one night, so they had an amazing fireworks show for the Killers after the show. And you probably had 100 photographers right here. And it was, I asked what's going on. They said it was like a school, or they were giving lessons for photography or something. And yeah, they were probably all here for the, not just the bridge, but for the fireworks show. And yeah, they did it up. So we're back. And I just love the way it's in sync. It's so fucking psychedelic. It's gorgeous. San Francisco's so pretty. And I think, you know, when you're near the water, I think it has something to do, you know, with the psych. So people are just nicer, you know. So we're gonna head down here, see if Trey is fishing. Yeah, you go down a couple piers past that past that tower right there. The water gets choppy. Yeah, so it's just the way the bay sets. Right here, it's still a little calm. And went to the Presidio this morning, and that was beautiful. So we didn't really get to explore it, but we're gonna get to know it. And I got raindrops now, so we got a 50% chance of rain tonight. I gotta find some shelter, or just an overhang somewhere. And so found a spot to camp out 2 nights. I got to keep finding a different spot every night so I don't burn the spot. I slept until 7, went to bed at 2, was supposed to wake up at 5. I was just beat. So, crashed out till 7, no one said anything. You know, clean up, don't make a mess. And really you want to leave before 5. But, so, tonight we're gonna find another spot. Man, that girl is in good shape. You kick your ass, we are at the Blue Whale. I call it the Blue Whale, but this is where the ferries go to Oakland, Richmond, and stuff. If it's gonna rain, we're just gonna hide under here and get a little shelter. We should probably go try to find Trey. He's a really cool person. I like talking to him because, you know, and laid back, you know what I mean? Okay, my phone. Hold on here. Let me get this charger and charge it up. Because I have a little bit of juice. And then that way we could keep going. So I have a bunch of tangerines. So I'm starting to eat a little more healthy, which is good. This morning, I went to Pete's Coffee, and the girl inside was so nice that I had that cup of tea with a couple tea bags from last night. So I went in there and said, can I bother you for some water? She put hot water in it, so I had some tea this morning. I said, can I charge my phone? She said, sure. So when I get back to Santa Rosa, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? San Francisco don't act like you fuckers. All right, so I got 3 lights on this charger, really good. You know what I mean? It's like in Sonoma County. It's like Marin, I believe this is San Francisco County. Yeah, not so Santa Rosa. Maybe there's too many Mexicans that live in that town. It's all fucked up. I don't know what it is. Right? Definitely not LA. You don't have what it takes to work at Starbucks in Santa Rosa. Get the fuck out of here then. Because, you know, you got a lot more people that are homeless here, doing drugs, whatever. And, you know, they still have a certain quality to, you know, not be such a dick. I got the tangerines at the place for lunch. So what's really cool is they feed at 7 in the morning. Then St. Anthony feeds at 11. Then I found this place, Glide, which is a church. They feed at 12, from 12 to 1. So I made it today. I rode all the way from the Palace of Fine Arts to the Tenderloin in 40 minutes or something. So getting to know it. Then went back to Glide for dinner at 4. So got there at 4:30, went in for seconds in the last 15 minutes. Then went to this other place. They had hamburgers, really good mashed potato, good coffee. It's more like a restaurant. And it is a church, and they, you know, the food is like, it's not like your mission food, you know, it's good quality food. That's called the City Hope place. And then they had karaoke, which was really cool. So you're eating and, you know, there's no judgment, you know, and people are singing karaoke, and, you know, it's like a little you know, enlightenment for, people. Everyone's going through something, so. And there's no judgment, you know what I mean? It's like you're accepted like family, and, I'm not very religious, but, yeah, it's a good thing. So for me to eat 3 meals a day or something, I am a happy camper. Because without tobacco, without food, I get a little moody. Yeah. So now I'm good. Took me a couple days. I'm learning out where I can eat. I just gotta find, a different spot every night to camp out and, pretend I was never there and then get some work. I hit that one job site today, the superintendent, really cool, but they hire through the company I work at. And I don't know if, everyone's tight on money now. So, even my job, like, you know what I mean? There's just not enough work. They're not cutting corners, but they're penny pinching. And they don't have the extra money to hire laborers. So whatever crew has got to clean up their own stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here. Someone's using the bathroom. And, I've had jobs where after it's done, you lay off the superintendent. Your superintendents are expendable. Me, I'm a grunt person. I get it. I'm expendable. But I don't know how many superintendents I've seen get laid off. And to me, that's shocking. Because superintendents should never be out of work. Especially if you're a good one. And those guys have a little more experience. They can find another job. Me, I'm only limited. Okay, it's raining. We're gonna go over here and see if Trey's over here. Can you spare a cigarette, sir? Can you spare a cigarette? No? Okay, thank you. I have to be nice. If they don't want to give their cigarette, that's fine. I like it when they just say no. And say, oh, it's my last one. So here, so far today, they're all like, no, I can respect that. So, because I do it too. I'm like, no, only grandma and crazy women get a cigarette. Oh. And then eating at these missions, I have a San Rafael police reflector on my handlebars. Yeah. I don't care. And then, the weird thing is Santa Rosa shuts down 10 o'clock. There's nothing open here. After 10 o'clock, you go to certain neighborhoods, there's people. It's alive till 2. So it's just going to take me a minute, a couple days, to get used to it. I go up to Humble. I just came from there a couple months ago, and it's like a culture shock going back. So we have this Coit Tower. So yeah, we're going to take you on a little magical mystery tour of the bay. And Trey's probably not going to be here because it's going to rain. You can see it's already, it's not raining, but yeah, it's wet and it's a little drizzly. I got my work helmet on. And you can see that mist coming in. Yeah, see, there's no one here tonight. So we'll show you how calm the water is over here. I'm gonna try to find a spot because it's starting to rain right now. The last thing I want to do is get soaking wet and sleep. So we're gonna find a little shelter somewhere. We've seen all the older Chinese ladies recycling. So there's got to be a recycling center around here somewhere. Okay, it's raining now. So we're gonna get under the water. I'm pretty sure this phone is waterproof, but still. Oh yeah, it's raining. Oh shoot, okay, let's find some shelter. It's a little hard to sleep when you're all wet. Okay. So you know this city's pretty neat. It's a big city. You have rich people, you have poor people. The bathroom over here somewhere. I'm sure it's not open yet. It's just good to know. So right here, the water is calm. We're gonna find some shelter because I'm getting wet. There's no sun, so we won't be able to thaw out properly. Shoot, hold on. See if I can make this turn. Oh, nope, not quite. Okay, hold on. And then we have another pier. This one's got wood on it. Oh yeah, it's raining. So they said it would rain. And I'm just a couple minutes, I'm already soaking wet. Okay, I'm gonna dip in here because I don't want to get soaking wet. Just wait, hopefully the rain will stop. So I don't know, probably 10 years ago I would go inside all these, so that's how I know there's like a bathroom. Alright, my phone's a little wet. It's a new phone, so I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's waterproof, but that's how I screwed up my last phone. We got it waterlogged and fried the circuit board. And, you know, that cost me $100 just to see what was wrong with it. And then, you know, there's nothing you could do if the circuit board's fried. It would have cost me $300 to fix it. Now the guy, he's honest, he said it's going to cost you about $800 to retrieve all your, you know, stuff on that phone. A regular phone, it will cost about $300. But since my circuit board is fried, Okay, this one's got a lock on it. So. Let's just hang out here for a minute because I'm a little wet. Let's see, how's everyone doing? Yeah, okay, hold on. Where's Sean? Sean is probably sleeping because he has to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna bug him tomorrow and get a heads up and see what's going on. Yes, because I love to eat, so that keeps my head on straight. If I could not eat and I would be going hungry, I would be miserable. Yeah, I like to eat. American dream, right? 3 meals a day. You got a sugar cap, J for bird. Hey, Jason Smith. Yeah, so I didn't want them to throw them away. A lot of people eat this, but I figured I would grab them, either give them away or eat them. Because, you know, find a boat to sleep in, right? Yeah, Southern Cal. Clam chowder, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, MB, you know, we all go through life, different things. But yeah, I'll be headed back to Santa Rosa. Yeah, so Barry Bonds has his handprints outside, so I put my hands every time when I go there. Not every time, but. Yeah, I haven't seen too much shit. I know they clean up, but there are bathrooms. There's one at Civic Center that's open 24 hours, believe it or not. Hey, Jimmy Boyles, yeah, 4-3 Nationals. They won. So I had 2 dinners. I had like a beef stew. So I had 2 plates of that, some carrots and peas, bread. Little ABZ, Daniel Bear Sports Highlights. And then went to this other place and got a burger. And they had karaoke. So got a burger. What else did they have? Oh, I got a really good brownie. Good coffee. I got 2 cups of coffee, water. They had apple juice. I didn't drink any apple juice. But yeah. And then one other person, really good mashed potatoes. So the one guy, he just took the beef, so I ate his carrots and peas, and I ate his mashed potatoes. So I think I had 3 servings of mashed potatoes. So yeah, I love to eat. And that's what keeps me happy. All right, the rain stopped. We're gonna find a place to do 420. Hey, there's so many people jogging. People are jogging all day long. So it's good, you know, when you're in a community where people are healthy. Like, you know, I smoke and drink, but I think I do pretty good on my bike, you know. The poor guy I was babysitting in San Rafael, we're the same age. Yeah, that poor guy has problems. And mainly it's alcohol, so. He hit the ground twice. He ran into a car, had to lay down on the ground for an hour. I had to go buy him something to eat, you know. I'm gonna call him. But we're the same age, you know, and he knows everything about bikes. So, I'll tell you a story. There's this Coit Tower right here. You could see it. See that tower up there? I'm not sure what's going on with my phone. Am I waterlogged? Okay, my phone might be fucking up. I think I'm waterlogged. Hold on. I don't know where the camera is. But I just fucked up one phone from getting it waterlogged. So I don't have the best luck with phones. Lost my phone going up north. That was a $500 mistake. And it took 5 weeks for me to get the money. So hold on, I'm not sure what's going on with this camera, but it is a little. And you know, when you buy a used phone, so I noticed this camera, one of the lenses doesn't focus. So for what I paid for it, you know, you get what you pay for. You know, you buy a brand new one, costs $1,000. It's gonna work properly. So this one cost me a couple $100. So I'm happy with it. It will do the job. So let me try to focus in on this Coit Tower. Well, it's over there. There's a tower. Anyways, I was driving around San Francisco. I shit you not. I drove around for 2 hours. I could not find parking. I didn't have no money to pay for park. I parked in the Ralph's parking lot or something. Took a break for half an hour. Drove around for another 2 hours. Ended up near that tower. Finally found some parking. And I met a really good person. My truck broke down. I had, you know, pounds of pot. This is when I grew those 6 plants. So, you know, had 3, almost 4 pounds of pot. I said, look, I got to go to Western Union, get some money. Here's the keys for my trucks. I have all my tools in my truck. Yeah, trusted this guy. And everything's there. Got the money. My friend sent me some money. Got my truck fixed. And then he took me, he lives in Daly City, so you know I'm half Filipino. So very honest, took me there, fed me. I knew they were doing drugs, but they never did them in front of me. You know what I mean? Fed me, was really good. I wish I had their number. But I can't really be hanging out with people that do drugs anymore, so. You know, it's hard enough hanging out with alcoholics because, you know, they get really fucked up and drunk. I drink, but, you know, I don't get that drunk. I did a couple weeks ago at the golf course, but. So, yeah, this Coit Tower, there's like some place up there that's pretty nice. And that's probably where I'm gonna camp out tonight. It's just gonna take me a half hour to walk up it. This is the park I was sleeping in earlier where the security guard gave me a hard time. And then riding my bike across, I guess it's part of the same thing, but there's a fountain. I like fountains. Then there's a Levi's store. So I'm in public on the sidewalk looking through the windows, dreaming about a pair of brand new Levi's. Look, motherfucker, don't think you can strip my freedom away. You don't own me. You can't kick me off the land here. Because your establishment is within whatever it is that you're regulating. It's not Vegas. You don't own the sidewalk. So yeah, had me hot. I was like, you motherfucker. But I get it. You're doing your job. But once I'm on public property, yeah. You don't own me, and you don't own this sidewalk. Your job is to entitle safety within your perimeter of your establishment or property. That's it. And the best you got was me fucking sleeping. So then I seen another biker fucking it looked like he's sleeping, and was like hanging out and going, okay, let's see how you treat this person. Yeah. And then the guy woke up. So I was like, oh shit. You know, I got my sleeping bag, so you could profile me as a fentanyl user or whatever, but I'm not. And then this part of town is really nice down here. I like Little Italy, so I want to be hanging out there. So I don't want to camp out there. I don't want to be that embarrassed. But I know it's a nice part of town, and for the most part, I would imagine it's safe. But considering I plan on spending some time there, you know, I don't want to camp out and they're going to go, oh, that's a bugger. I mean, they could see me with my sleeping bag anyways, but still. And that koi tower is around the vicinity. So my big thing is just charging my phone. And Sean has a charger, so he's going to help me. And that's the main thing. Once I get some money, I'm going to have to buy a real one and another bike holder, and you know, I got to tuck some money away in the bank so that way anything, you know, happens, I can fix my bike. You know, you need $100 to travel or whatever, you know. Say I get a week's work in Santa Rosa, I got to get there, be there by tomorrow. I'm going to need $100 to get there. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To eat, and take the train, the bus, whatever it is. Okay. So over here is Pier 39. It's a big one. I'm going to talk to Sean and see what pier. I think they go to Pier 38 before the Giants game, and they all eat and party, and then they go watch the game. And then after, they probably have to go home because they work. But other people, I have seen people party after the game right there. And it's a good thing we're in the city, so I don't really need lights. You know, on those bike trails in Sonoma County, it's dark as fuck. And I still don't use lights sometimes. But here we're headed back. We're on the wharf, but we're headed back. I don't know what part of town this is called. So I'm getting to learn. They have North Beach, South Beach. They have this place called Somo. I didn't know what it meant until today. It means south of Market Avenue. So went to Pacific Heights this morning. That's where I showed you where I started my stream. And you can see the ocean and the Golden Gate Bridge. That's a very nice place, you know. So once I get some money, I'm going to be more of a coffee person, and I'm going to grease their palm. I'm going to be throwing $5 in their tip jar. So, you know, if I don't have any money, they'll be nice enough to let me use the bathroom or charge my phone. You never know. They might be able to give me a free cup of coffee. The one is a Persian coffee bar. And so I didn't go there today because I don't want to burn the spot. So. They're really nice. You know, and it's not easy to run into business. Because I'm sure your rent, yeah, is not cheap around here. So. You put $5 in their tip jar, you know, they're going to appreciate it. This is Aquarium of the Bay. I would like to go to this. They have an IMAX theater. Would love to do that. They have a Hard Rock Cafe. Believe it or not, my ex-girlfriend works at the Hard Rock. So I might still have a bunch of pins in my storage. I don't know what I have in there. But it's closed. I'm not sure what time it is. I'm guessing it's 10:30. Here, we'll go inside. It's late. It looks like it's closed. But this is the big thing, Pier 39. So yeah, there might be a couple things open, but for the most part, everything's shut down. Really neat. So we're over the water. And we have another marina over here to the right. So I was riding my bike, who knows, a year ago. It was late. And I was riding, and the security was very nice. She said, hey, you can't ride your bike, or you can't be here at night. It was late. And, you know, really nice. So, you know, I said, have a good night. So we're going to have to come back here, get something to eat. And, they have a carousel, or what's it? Yeah, carousel. Those are always fun when I was a kid. Shoot, we had one in Griffith. Oh, look, they have a arcade. There's another mechanical arcade. It's here, hidden somewhere, but that one is fun. This one, I'm not sure what kind of arcade it is. I'm sure the restrooms are closed. But we're gonna go out on the back, and we just wanted to kind of give you a little thing here. So Pier 39 is a big tourist, you know, spot. And it's like, basically it's family friendly, and you know, a place you want to take your kids or your girl. So this is where all the seals are. They hang out over here at Pier 39. You could hear them. Can you hear them? There you go, Sally. They're all hanging out on this dock. Hold on, oh, and they have this sky wheel. $10.30, thank you, Tapestry. So look, they're all right here. So they're on this little dock. There's one in the water. Can you see him? You know, I have lights for my bike, but considering I'm in the city, I left them back in Santa Rosa because I didn't want to worry about someone taking my lights, because, you know, they're over $100 if you take them, and I don't have the money to replace them. So we're in the city. I left them on my other bike, but yeah, they're good to have. But you know, the cops, they have better things to do than go, hey, where's your light on your bike, or some stupid shit. And the city's bright enough, but safety first, you really should have lights on your bike so vehicles can see you, you know, because it's in the city, and you know, people are not, they're in a hurry, you know, depending. You have all these guys on electric scooters because they're running food. or I don't know if they have bike messengers in the city anymore, but they are getting it. Now, no, these are just big seals. Those, because I know the elephant seals come from South America around the spring. So it's a little dark. I can't tell if those are elephant seals, because the really big ones, you know. But look, they all hang out right here and they talk. Ain't it past your bedtime? Oh look, here's one swimming. Look. Yeah, that's where we're at, Pier 39. And there's that sky wheel. I'm not sure how much it cost. I never did the one in Vegas, so I'd like to do one here, you know, and of course I'm gonna sneak a beer in there. I don't know if I'll smoke pot. I think once you smoke pot, what are they gonna do? Throw you out? Throw you out on the top floor? Oh look, these guys are fighting. Look, they're so funny. He's all like, that's my girlfriend. They're so funny. Those must be the females. Just blah, 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 blah. They are cute. And look at how funny they waddle. Look, they don't have feet, they're little flippers. So Pier 39, Seal Haven. There's Ghirardelli's. So good thing I had to charge my phone at the church where I ate dinner. And that's why I was able to stream. So, you know, right now it's a little hard to charge my phone because I don't have any money. And you know, I like good coffee now, and a good cup of coffee is $7, $8. Yeah, I can get 2 Heinekens for $9. So Heinekens are cheaper than coffee, believe it or not. Have a good night. Thanks. And I would like to take one of these ferries. I've never been on one. You know, when I go back to Santa Rosa to fill out my unemployment, I think I'm going to take one to Larkspur and hop on the train. And I forget you get a discount to take the train and the ferry. So I'm not good with computer or whatever stuff like that, but I'll figure it out. So that Sky Wheel, I guess it shuts down early. And I noticed parts of San Francisco at 10 o'clock, they shut down. When the Killers played at 10 o'clock, it was done. You know, they probably went 5 minutes over 10 o'clock or something. But 10 o'clock, yeah, they shut it down. So you have to go to another spot where it's like more bar orientated for the locals. This is mainly a tourist spot, but I know Little Italy's over here, and I like that part of town. I grew up in Chinatown in LA when I was a kid. My dad worked there, but he worked at an Italian restaurant, so. Italian American, you know. This is a nice part, but it looks like it's already shut down. I'm gonna try to find a liquor store. I have $2. I don't know if I could get a Budweiser for $2, but I haven't had a beer in 2 days. Here, it probably costs more because it's a tourist area. And they have, like, Santa Rosa has all kinds of art for, you know, Charlie Brown. So all the here, it's a bunch of seals. In LA, they had these angels at one time. So. This is where I met that one guy 2 days ago. He was rolling a joint, and we were waiting for the bathroom. And I was like, hey, homie, can you, miracle me a nugget? You know, because we're both from LA. And he gave me a nice indoor nugget. I was like, are you kidding me? It was fucking love, pure love. So this is the clam chowder place, Gloated. They have one in the corporate area, but they don't have clam chowder. They got sandwiches, stuff like that. So maybe the beer's a little cheaper in Little Italy. We'll go find out. But here it's all seafood. Yeah. There's an Applebee's. Believe it or not, they have an In-N-Out burger and a Taco Bell down here. This is a Z Gallery, but it's not like Z Gallery before. It's called ZEA, so it's fine arts and decor. It's like 3 Asian girls smoking a joint. Uh-huh. That's fucking great. And lots of Italian stuff in the Bay. You know, in LA, we don't really have an Italian thing. We have a small Japanese town. They have one here too. I was trying to find it the other day, but I couldn't find it. So here's the In-N-Out burger. I'm not sure how to get to Little Italy, but we will get there. And they have a Taco Bell somewhere right here. It's so funny. You have all this seafood and stuff, and there's a line going around the block for In-N-Out. Yeah, because In-N-Out fucking rules. Alright, we're gonna dip out. See, here's another Italian place. So I have one joint. We're gonna smoke it in a minute. I think I'm gonna get to Little Italy. I have $2. I'm gonna see if I could get a Budweiser. I don't know how much they cost. Excuse me, sir. For me to get to Little Italy, I just go this way. Little Italy. I go this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I kind of know, but I don't. So that is North Beach. I like it over there. So it says North Point. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna unplug this thing because, yeah, just streaming, it drains this battery charger. Yeah, it's done. And I'm not sure how much battery or how much juice I have. So I have not had any country therapy or Van Halen therapy, and I kind of need that. So yeah, we've kind of been streaming, and that's been kind of taking over my, you know, like as my therapy. So it says Walgreens Pharmacy, and it's got a pot thing. Do they sell pot in Walgreens? It's got a green cross. So in one of these museums, they have Matisse. On that bus billboard, it said Monet and another artist. So I haven't been to museums in a while, but yeah, I like to go to museums. Some days they have one night free a week, and in LA, like the Museum of Contemporary Art or Modern Art or something, I was dating this girl, and every time we went, we'd have sex in the bathroom. I was just like, yeah, every time we went to the museum, we fucking in the bathroom. You can hear those cables roll underneath this these tracks. See, Grandma got a good spot right there. So I guess, you know, the cops are used to people sleeping because it's a big city. See, everything's green and red here. That means it's Italian. Here's the liquor store. It looks like it's closed. But we might be able to find one that's open. Yeah, you can hear those chains. Here's a pot store, I think. It's got Wiz Khalifa smoking a joint on the window. This one does not have beer. find a liquor store. Okay, I could see this church. And then around this time, hold on, I'm gonna take a piss again. Around this time, all the you know, not scooters, but the electric cars and stuff, they pretty much done for the night. All right, just give me a minute. I'm gonna water this tree. Oh, just give me a minute, please. Okay, whatever. I found a church where I could shower, but I have too much pride to go in there and take a shower. Google, yeah, you know, I used Google Maps earlier to help me find this place, and I did. But sometimes it takes you on a weird route, and you know, I don't want to get stuck looking at. A lot of people do that. They get on their Google Maps, and that's how they do it. I'm the opposite. I'm a little backwards. I fucking experience it, and then I, you know, learn by trial and error. It might be a little more frustrating, or take more time, or whatever. But that's just me. You know, that Google Map sometimes frustrates me. But don't get me wrong, it helps. It sure in the fuck does. Okay. It'll clue you in, and you know, might take you the long way around, but it'll get you there. Okay, we're finally in Little Italy. I could have cut up. Instead, you know, going around, like you said, no Google Maps. That took about 15, 20 minutes out of the way. But that's okay. And it looks quiet. It's a Monday. And then I put this jacket on and I pedal up and I get hot. So I take it off, I get cold. I put it on and I start sweating. So, been doing that a lot. Taking it, it's hot, cold, hot, cold. Like I gotta take this thing off again. I'm burning up. So this building is in ruins. I want to try to photograph what's on the wall before they redo it. Here's a bench right here. I'm gonna go to sleep on this fucker right here tonight. Try to find me a liquor store. I'm sweating. And it's getting foggy. So, yeah, we're going to have a little mist. I'm wearing my helmet because I'm just tired. It's so bulky in my backpack and it's uncomfortable. I'm in the city, so people don't care if I dress like the village people. They're just gonna go, whatever, it's Pride Month or some shit. I'm the one who cares. Yeah. This is an old Redwood tree. Yeah. So, Quiet Liquors, it looks like it's over there. I'm not sure if it's open. Let's find out. So I have to remember to get photographs of this right here. That looks open to me. I'm hoping $2 is enough to get a Budweiser. Just give me a minute. Okay. I can use 2 credit cards. I gotta check my money. It's $3.50. And I believe I used all my change. Yesterday. You guys would be able to spare a couple bucks so I could get here. Really? I'm happy. You live around here? No, I don't. I'm gonna get some work. Okay. Yeah. If I see you go, hey, I'll be around.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
What you mean? May, okay. My memory is really bad.
Yeah.
It's like today I did get Tom, so yeah. Because I work in construction, so they said I have to bring it for my job.
Oh.
You know, so I'm here looking for work.
Just have a phone.
Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I asked this guy for a couple bucks so I could get a beer. He gave me enough to get a Heineken. Give me a minute.
We gotta go.
These are all your single beers right here.
Knives.
All right, so they didn't have Heinekens. And this guy was so nice. He said I could. So of course I'm gonna get a PBR. It's fine. So I haven't had a beer in a couple days. We're gonna go drink this right now. And smoke it up. Here's the North Beach First Fridays, so we missed it. So I believe the community has different nights. You know, like the second Friday might be South Beach or something. Club Fugazi. So I've seen the band Fugazi, believe it or not. All right, I don't know how much. Here, let's go drink a beer. And I have one joint. So, can you believe it? That kid gave me $10. Oh, my beer just fell out. Hold on. So, yeah, I gotta be honest. If I say I need it for something else, I won't spend it on beer. But if I want a beer or something, I have to be honest. Oh, my bike thing is gonna break. You know, because it's metal, and I adjust it for small beers and big beers, so I bend it back and forth, and now it's ready to break. I can tell. All right, we're gonna go over here to my spot. I have a little spot. So we're in North Beach, and they have all these Italian restaurants. So you can tell Italians are very family oriented, you know, family meals. I think they like to drink wine. I'm not sure, but I think so. Like French, Spain, Portugal, Italy. I think they're more into wine than beer when they eat. And it's not to get drunk. It's just like I think it's a natural thing for Europeans. But I don't really know. I could be mistaken. Excuse me. So yeah, a lot of the, you know, of course the Chinese built this town. So we have and I see them, they're always recycling. I didn't know they had recycling here, but they have to somewhere. But you know, it costs a lot of money. I found out today that you could get a cheap motel for about $70. Not the kind of motel I want to stay at. So I'm guessing for 130, 150, might get lucky and get a half-ass decent one. Because I'm kind of weird. I don't like to be at a motel with a bunch of drug addicts and smoke a cigarette and someone going, hey, some hooker and shit. So this is my spot right here. And here's another liquor store. I gotta remember this one. Because this $5 I have, I might want to keep it for a beer tomorrow. And it's wet. So that's okay. So this is my little spot right here. And I've been hanging out here for past 2 days, and it's where I smoke my pot. I haven't had the money to drink beer, but I think the first night I did. And you know, you got to be careful because they're Italians. Italians don't take no shit. So you gotta behave. I get mopped up by some monsters. So you gotta be on the best behavior. And I'm pretty sure Hispanics run the kitchen, you know. Just from reading the news or whatever, we got a different crew slinging drugs out here in the Tenderloin. So it's not like Venezuelans or MS-13 or, you know, Mexican. I'm not sure if it's Hondurans or it's a different clique. But I don't know personally, you know, because the Tenderloin, it looks mainly like a black neighborhood. But I know I've been locked up, but I'm not racist. So, you know, eating at the things are all in the Tenderloin, and, you know, people are people. Like, that guy needed help. It was like, hey, homie, I'll lock your bike up. And, you know, it's good to know people, and, you know, met this other guy, and then Trey's cool as fuck. The guy I met fishing last night. All right, let's smoke some pot. We got PBRs tonight. So, you know, I do like Budweisers. I like Coors. You know, of course, I love Heinekens. But I figured I'd get a PBR tonight because they didn't have Heinekens. We're going to hit this market. And if they have Heinekens, that's going to be my new bartender right there. All right, so look, this is where we're at. See all that? That's Italian. And the reason why I love Italians, because my son's mom is Italian. Yeah. So my son is half Italian. And you have a German? Hey, Mario Yoshi. How's it going? I'm doing okay tonight. That kid gave me $10. So people have money. I just threw it out there. Fuck it, to be honest. Can I have a couple bucks so I can buy a beer? He gave me $10. Yeah, ups and downs, you know. But it could be a blessing in disguise. That's the way I have to look at it. You know. Look, I'm streaming again, but I'm not desktop streaming, you know what I mean? Which I don't see how you guys could put up with that. I don't know what that is, Tapestry, but, you know, I believe you're a girl, and I don't want to take money from a girl, so you keep your money. I'm a man. I got myself into this mess. So, you know what I mean? I really appreciate it. Yes, in 3 weeks, I'll be able to buy my own beer, buy my own pot, and stuff. So, yeah. Hey, how's it going? So, you know, I have $6. I might be able to get a vitamin tomorrow. Shit. Right? Gonna hook up with Sean. Okay, let's roll a joint before my stream dies. And then, you know, I gotta work on myself. Wigging out and yelling at that security guard is like, I just rolled into town. I'm not fucking Rambo, so, you know what I mean? I need to let him chill out. It's not a good look. Seen some corporate push today. It's not a good look. Santa Rosa, I could get away with being the village idiot. I know I can here too, but I'm too old to be acting like this. You know, I need to learn how to be cool, calm, collective, and have some kind of class. Because you have a negative attitude or that's where the negativity comes. So, less negativity, less attitude, the less negative whatever. You're gonna have more better, pure thoughts, good thoughts. And I'm sorry, I'm just an asswipe, you know. And part of it is, you know, you have anger issues. I'm not good at anger management, so, you know, you vent, act like a fucking idiot, you know, or at least I do. Hey, good. And, you know, it's not good for me. It's not a good look. And it doesn't benefit anyone. The community, society. You know what I mean? All it just shows is you're a fucking idiot. That's it. Alright, let's roll a joint. At least I have one. I took my thing to a store and I said, is this gold? And he's all like, no, it's brass or something. He said, if you have anything good, you know, I'm here. And then he go, would you like an apple? I said, sure. He goes, it's a sweet apple. Oh my God, that apple was so good. You know, I'm not into eating fruits and vegetables and stuff, but, you know, I'm getting used to it now. And I think it's helped my body a little bit because when I go to the bathroom, I could tell the difference. It's like, yeah, eating all that junk food. That's why when people get older, they eat healthier because they have to, because their body and their metabolism isn't the same, you know. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So eating fruits, vegetables, salads, yeah, I could tell just from, you know, yeah. You know, I had a problem with eating some of that Mexican food on some of those taco trucks, so, you know, and watching those cook TV shows, a lot of people, you know, whatever they prepare, it's not gonna pass, you know, up to whatever code or health code or whatever, because, you know, some people, they just, you know, don't know what they're doing. And I ate at this one taco truck and the food tasted so good, but that was the only taco truck that came to my job, and I would get sick every time. And the one guy goes, yeah, they use old oil. And just something like not using fresh oil, yeah, it made me sick every single time. But the food tasted so good, you know? And then watching those TV shows of, what's his name? Hell's Kitchen guy trying to save some restaurant and stuff because they don't know what they're doing. And you look at some of those shows and you're going, oh my God, you should never have a restaurant. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like you're going to kill someone serving food like that. Okay, we're going to have a good salad joint. We didn't have one this Sunday. We're going to have one right now. I got roaches. I have one little part of that bud that Trey gave me last night. Tomorrow we'll go to Haight Street. I have $5. I'm going to get a vitamin or a mushroom or something. And then hopefully miracle some nuggets. there's these two old guys in Chinatown. They play these weird instruments. One has a string, the other one, he hits it with a thing. I'm going to show you what it is because I'm not familiar with those instruments, but they're out there every day. And then I seen another one in the, I forget what square it is. It's where Macy's is, you know. So Macy's is still there, but a lot of the displays have changed. Because every year for Christmas, Macy's has a Christmas tree. And the best thing is they put animals in their, you know, where their window is. Yeah, for adoption. And I just think that's the coolest. You know, LA, you'd be lucky if you get a Christmas tree. That's it. You ain't gonna get no Christmas lights in LA. Those skyscrapers, a bunch of Scrooges. So here in San Francisco, it looks like Christmas. Yes. LA looks like a bunch of Scrooges. Oh, you got a 100-story building and all you got is a Christmas tree. Yeah. Fucking lame. Yeah, you go to that square down there. I don't know if it's Union Square or whatever. Looks like Santa's Village, or so, you know, you feel the spirit. It looks like Christmas. Okay, this is gonna be fat joint. We're gonna have a Humboldt County joint. So that Blueberry Bars was pretty good. So I forget where I was, but there I seen 2 or 3 pot stores. We went to one pot store right here somewhere, and I bought a pre-roll for $8. It wasn't bad, but you know I want to get an eighth a pot. It's just I like rolling them and you know cutting up the nuggets and stuff like that. So you know I've been spoiled and I've been a Heineken whore and like had enough money to float my boat for 5 years. So right now I'm very happy to drink this PBR. Tastes a little different, but you know, sure I'll get a buzz. And you know me. Oh, you don't have Heinekens? Okay, bye. I'm gonna go to another liquor store. But the guy was nice and said I could use 2 credit cards, and I was like, you know, let's share the love. And it was like, that's what I'm saying. Piece of work. Oh, you just think you're that high maintenance and you can't drink a PBR? I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Right? Or a Budweiser or something. So pretty much what I need is I need a San Francisco Fire Department sticker. I would like to get another t-shirt because I collect t-shirts. I have Barbary Coast, Lucky 13, and then I have Hate Street. I have a Hate Street Fire Department t-shirt. And so, you know, every district has their own t-shirts. So, I'd like to get a collection, you know, or keep adding to my collection. And my phone is going good. So, I'm actually feel good about streaming, even though, you know, when my phone dies, then I'm bummed. But, you know, I feel like I'm having better streams, even though I don't know how you guys put up with me, but yeah. So I believe it's called Little Italy. It's North Beach. But I'm kind of withdrawn, and I'm not really a bar person, and don't really have the best communication skills, so just kind of like, duh. So I think I need to start going out to bars and trying to work on my communication skills and meeting people. You know, like the movie Cheers, you know, you get off work, you go to a bar, whatever, see, you know, like Keith, he goes to the Sea Grill every Thursday, and then he hangs out with his friends. It's funny as shit because he doesn't drink liquor. He's drinking water and eating a meal. And crack me up. I'm waiting for my friend Matt to call me so I could get a hold of Pollywog, because he's over here in San Luis Obispo. And once I get my unemployment check, I'm going to start traveling. And I'm going to get a new channel. And then I'm going to put something so where, you know, I can start receiving donations again. And just take it a little more serious. And then I'll have my chat where I act like the same old me. All right, so we got a little bit of salad, and it's starting to rain. You know, the last salads I had were fire because I was working and, you know, buying really good pot. This stuff is kind of handouts, and so. Have to get another job, a better one. But I think once I get on unemployment, you know, I'll be able to support myself and, you know, get the beer I want to drink, get the pot I want to smoke, maybe even get a bottle of scotch. Yeah. So it's just, you know, I'm used to getting paid daily or once a week. When I get this check, it's like getting paid every 2 weeks. I've had a couple of jobs like that. You know me, I'm not very good at managing my money. So it'll be gone in the first week. And then the next week, I'll be like, Hey, Spooky Sammy. Volume? Can you hear or can you not hear? You know, it's a little hard to charge your phone because there's really no outlets like in the square and stuff. But you know, maybe Sean could help me out, lend me some money. I'll grease their fucking palm. You know what I mean? I used to go to a bar back in the day, 30 years ago, get a shot of cognac, put $5 in their tip jar, come back around, would you like another shot? And hook me up, give me a free shot. Which is usually a double. So I don't know how much it is now, but I'm sure if you grease their palm $10, they're gonna come and give you another round for free. Coffee bars, you know, if they're nice like the one today, I could use the bathroom, not buy anything. You bet your ass I want to take care of them. Because they deserve it. The last one I want to do is work hard and put money in your gratuity thing when if I have $1, you're nice to me, and if I do not have $1, you're not nice to me. So yeah, that's what divides the line. So I've worked in restaurants, car wash, lived off gratuity. So it's important. The one thing I do agree and with the president is no tax on tips. Yeah. You know, that is gratuity. It's given. It shouldn't be taxed. And minimum wage, no one could live off that shit. So your gratuity, it makes a world of difference. So the one person told me this is a Tenderloin. An apartment is $1,500. I don't think I could live there, but that's the cheapest. The lady, she gave me a cigarette outside the thing. She said you could get a room for $1,000, but you got to share the bathroom and maybe the kitchen or something. So you know what I mean. But you get a bed, a single, just a bed. That's $1,000. So if you're lucky, you're looking at $2,500 to get a decent place in a safe area. There's nowhere really safe, but you know what I mean, where you can go outside, smoke a cigarette, and you're not surrounded by a bunch of fentanyl people that look like Quasimodo because they're all hunchback. I don't know what they put in that drug, but they're all hunchback. Yeah. And me, I'm very picky about where I live. I don't care about the money. I will go to a nice area. It might take me a year to miracle it or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna go, oh, this is only $500 and jump in and no. Neighborhood comes first, money comes later. Yeah. So I've always been like that. When I lived in Hollywood, I've always lived at the bottom of the hill. Yes. Always. I have lived on other sides near Fairfax, but yeah, more on the other side. West of La Brea, basically, yeah. Fairfax is the ideal spot. You know, grew up in the city. Me and Ramona did have a place in Koreatown. It's still pretty, bullet holes, my wall, door, people getting shot outside. I remember one day I took a nickel bag from this guy and they broke my window. Yeah. There was this guy selling crack on the corner. This Mexican comes by. He goes, "Hey, get the fuck out of here. This is my corner." That Mexican said, I'll be right back." He came back and put a bullet in his head. Done deal. And Ramona, my son's mom, knew this cop was dating him or something. And the cops all like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna make the news." And not funny, but yeah. And I like that guy because when I was young, I was kind of a pussy. And he took my shit one time. So when he got a bullet in his head, I was fucking raw. I'm still fucking happy. Shit.
You're gonna try something?
For me, it's like
So I was like, yo, for all the dogs, that comes with it. Yeah. But it's like,
all the buildings are, the architecture is so different. And me, I grew up, so I love skyscrapers. All this Victorian, not all, but a lot of them were built like they're 100 years old, like real craftsmen, real wood. You go to Beverly, all that shit is fake wood, and it costs millions of dollars. Bizarre. Worked at this guy invested $100,000 on fake wood for his kitchen cabinets. Not real wood, fake. Here, this shit is real wood, real craftsman, which is probably almost a lost art. You know, because everything's fabric, you just put it together. It's not like, you know what I mean? And for some reason, it feels older than LA. You know, LA is just kind of ghetto, overcrowded. It's a zoo. San Francisco, it doesn't feel like a zoo. You know? You have each little neighborhood community has their own flavor. Like LA, it's kind of one just big shithole, unless you're on the beach. So I'm glad I got this little spot. It's wet, so I can't sit over there. But I can park my bike and I sit here. Nobody bothers me, even when this store was open. This store is always closed. They have a restaurant or a bar over here, and they have tables over here. And I guess that's their section because they brought it all in. This part, I guess, belongs to this store. And this store's never open, which is a bonus for me. Because I could sit here and no one to bother me. The girl that worked over there was really nice, sweetheart. You know, and that's kind of a trip because, you know, Humboldt people are nice. Santa Rosa's been really good, but it's more of a city where people aren't as nice. You know, San Francisco is a mega, you know, Gotham City, and people are nice. And I honestly believe it's because we're right next to the ocean. And I think that has a lot to do with the sea air or whatever it is. Yes. Because I know that was my goal. If I'm going to suck ass, I'm going to suck ass on the coastline. I don't know dick and lot, but I do know that much. And it's true. We're in Babylon, but we're right on the ocean. And yeah, for the most part, yeah, I need to work on myself more than anything else. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. So since I'm sucking ass, I'm do it on the coastline. The only reason why I'm going to go back to Santa Rosa is to pay my bills, see my cats. You know, I got to give Rosie, you know, they're my cats. I have to, you know, buy the cat food. You know, it's not Rosie's responsibility. I'm lucky Rosie's feeding them. Yes. But no, I take pride. If I cannot feed them, then yeah, it hurts me. I mean, granted, you know, Rosie will feed them. But like I said, they're not Rosie's cats. They're my cats. So, want to make sure I have enough cat food. You know? So they're happy. You know? When I go back next week, I know Baby Socks is going to be so mad at me. Hopefully she's still there because I know she won't have enough food to eat. All the other cats will eat, but she's going to be starving. That's why she's so tiny. And it's like, what happened? Look more like a fucking hamster than a cat or some shit. So the architecture is gorgeous. Everything's brand new, really. Churches, buildings. I mean, I've been here I don't know how many times, so I remember some of the buildings, but it's like culture shock. It's all brand new. This is my third day. I'm still excited, you know. And, you know, I'm kind of a piece of work. So for me not to have any money, it's because I got to eat. Yeah, if I did not get to, I would be so miserable. Yeah, probably end up in jail. But you know, they feed you, you know, out here, they feed you enough. It may not be the best food, but yeah, it's probably healthier than the food I've been eating. Shit. Only unless I, you know, go to Oliver's and cook it myself. But still, I don't, you know, I never eat a salad. If Jenna makes me a salad, that's the only time I eat a salad. Shit. So, I don't know what a slimy pollywog is. I would say never trust a slimy human being. I would trust a slimy pollywog first. Jenna actually called me on Sunday, or it was Monday. One of those days, my memory. So I texted Miss Jenna and bugged her, wished, you know, the baby happy birthday. So instead of just texting me, she called me, but I missed her call. I think I was sleeping in Golden Gate Park listening to the drum circle. So they have a band, they're rocking out. Well, everyone, my phone is about to die, so I'm gonna have to end the stream because I need a little bit of battery. You know, first thing in the morning, I gotta look for work. Yeah, so I can't believe it's a little slow right now. I'm in San Francisco. So I need to clean up first before I embarrass myself and hit another job site. Yeah. So I called the company I work for because, you know, Sonoma County, this county is different. So I said, I went to this job site, you recommended people, you said, do you know what company it is? I'm gonna go back to that place. I'm gonna find out the name of the company. And I'm gonna say, you know, if my company, or if you need someone and go through my company, please recommend me. Right? and give me a chance, and then yeah. So that way, the person who runs this office, when they get a call from that company, they're gonna think of me because yeah, I'm making that extra effort. So I have to do that. I just need to clean up first. Sean's gonna help me clean up tomorrow. So on that, we'll end it on a good note. And I really appreciate everyone being here. And we're gonna have to call it a night. So let's say good night. And I'll show you these posters before I end my stream. All right, guys. I didn't bet on the game. I did get to watch the end of the game, and you know, was bummed to see them lose like that. But you know, that's baseball, and everybody took it very well. You know, it's only the guys that were drunk out front. You know, the fans right out front where I hang out and they're watching the game on. They get drunk and they talk a bunch of shit. It's like a kind of the misfit rowdy fuckers. And of course, I'm hanging out with them. So yeah, no difference. He's banging on the window, going, "You're fired. Go back to college." And I'm like, "Oh shit! I'm surprised you're not throwing us out." And I'm just laughing my ass off. Funny as shit. But everyone else is proper, you know. They don't act like whatever. All right, have a good night, guys. We'll catch you on the next round. Peace out.